people.
The time is 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. Here is the iPower 102.7 FM midday news. I am Olukemi Ajibola. First, the headlines. Stakeholders warn federal government over insecurity. Education Academy faults federal government's mother tongue reversal. On the foreign scene, the post-president arrives Senegal. And in sport, Cahill predicts Chelsea's winner. Details of this and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Now the news in details, starting from the national level. Following the withdrawal of 11,566 policemen by the authorities, prominent Nigerians have revealed plans to apply to the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps for orderlies and security escorts. This is part of President Bola Tinubu's aggressive push to redirect overstretched security manpower to escalating nationwide threats. Speaking with newsmen in Abuja, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun said the recall of police from VIP duties was neither punitive nor political, but refocusing policing on communities ravaged by crime. Egbetokun maintained that reallocation will strengthen rural and township security, improve intelligence-led operation, and boost rapid response capacity. Meanwhile, the Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, Plateau State Command, retired Andy Adi, and other security experts have warned that Nigerians' deepening insecurity will not abate except the federal government matches public declaration with firm, targeted action backed by political will and a complete overhaul of insecurity structures. Speaking with newsmen, Adi criticized reliance on public pronouncements, insisting Nigerians want visible results and not rhetoric. He maintained that insecurity can only be defeated when government identifies and confronts its real sponsors. And to education, the Nigerian Academy of Education has blamed the federal government's decision scrape the national language policy, urging the Minister of Education, Maruf Alausa, to reverse its decision and restore mother tongue as a language of instruction as foundational level of schooling. Report says NAE argues that overwhelming evidence supports early education in indigenous languages, which it said improves learning outcomes, strengthens cultural identity, and promotes inclusive national development. Describing the policy reversal as a grave disservice to Nigerians' education progress, NAE President Kabiru Iyaku warned against discontinuing of mother tongue teaching. You are listening to midday news from iPower 102.7 FM Emureile Awo. Still to come on the foreign scene, the post-president arrives Senegal. Cahill predicts Chelsea's winner.
Whether you're tuning in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community updates, Hyper 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. Hyper FM 102.7.
Welcome back now to the foreign scene. Guinea-Bissau deposed President Sissoko Embalo has arrived in Senegal a day after a group of military officers seized power in coup. Report says that Embalo had arrived in Senegal after authorities engaged with actors in Guinea-Bissau trying to secure his release. Embalo reached Senegal on board an aircraft chartered by Senegalese government. Still on the foreign scene, Israeli authorities have freed a Palestinian-American teenager, Mohammed Ibrahim, after more than 9 months in a case that advocates Israelis' abuse against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. Mohammed's release came after a month-long pressure campaign from United States lawmakers and civil rights groups. The teenager from Florida was 15-year-old in February 2025 when he was arrested and taken from his family in the town of Al-Mazara near Kamala. And to the sports, former Chelsea captain Gary Cahill has predicted the outcome of the Premier League game between the Blues and the Arsenal. The West London side will welcome the North London rivals at Stamford Bridge for a shutdown between the first and second place team in the English top flight at the moment. Arsenal are going into the game with just one defeat in the league this season, but that does not matter to Cahill, who is backing his old club to pick up all 3 points. And to end the iPower 102.7 FM midday news, let's take another look at the main points. We told you in the course of the bulletin that the Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, Plateau State Command, retired, Andy Adi, and other security experts have warned that Nigerians' deepening insecurity will not abate except the federal government matches public declaration with firm targeted action backed by political will and a complete overhaul of insecurity structures. We also informed you that the Nigerian Academy of Education has blamed the federal government's decision to scrap the national language policy. On the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau deposed President Sissoko Embalo has arrived in Senegal a day after a group of military officers seized power in Akou. And finally, in the sporting arena, former Chelsea captain Gary Cahill has predicted the outcome of the Premier League game between the Blues and the Arsenal. And that was the midday news on iPower 102.7 FM, edited and read by Olukemi Ajibola. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your weekend.
Ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí tí kò ní tàbí ṣùgbọ́n ojúlówó ìròyìn láti ìkànnì iPower.